Latinos for Trump, it is time to embrace the consequences of your actions. I've always been a firm believer of fighting fire with fire. If somebody goes low, I'll go lower.
You're a Mexican American.
Yes.
What do you think about Trump's border policy?
I love it. I love it. I'm 100% for it.
Do you know anybody that crossed the border without applying for green card?
Oh yes. Unfortunately, I have family members that
Yeah.
did. Cousins, nephews, nieces.
Because those people might be deported if Donald Trump wins.
That's okay. That's okay.
My fear is that I'll get deported to a country that I don't know.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So in today's video, some Latinos are coming out for themselves. You all know that they voted, majority of them voted for red, and some of them who voted blue, came out and started saying that they are kind of proud of the people who did, because they are going to be facing the consequences of their action. And the person that got me so much is one of them, okay, one of the Latino guys came out. I was like, he whenever people go low, he kind of go lower, okay, and also drop number that people should call eyes if they spot any Latino who happen to be an immigrant, okay, or undocumented immigrant. So yeah, that's it for today. Okay, so we're just going to watch out for some of these Latinos, how they have to call out themselves, how some of them also shared their experiences and how they prefer, voting for red. And some of them were like very some of them talking about how they feel so bad because they will be deported to countries that they know nothing about, like they don't know anything about it. And this whole deportation, this whole raiding thing is becoming so much, okay. You can see videos everywhere. You see videos of people being raided even in their houses. Now I saw a video this morning where a family's house was raided. ICE came there and started searching them. So it's no longer about going to offices and all. We've also seen videos of schools being raided and some schools rejecting and saying no, you can't come into the school to touch the kids and all of that. Anyway, I'm just not going to talk much. Let me let these videos roll, then we'll come back and talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments as we watch these videos together, and please do well to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see. So let's go ahead and watch the video.
Let me tell you something they don't want you to hear. As a Hispanic American, I was supposed to stay in line, believe the narrative, and believe the Democratic Party had all the answers. But guess what? I'm no longer complying, and here's why. For too long, they told us that we were victims, that we need to rely on them, and that the system was built to keep us oppressed. They want us to believe that our future, our cultures, and our families depend on them. But my eyes are wide open now. I'm standing up for my rights, my children's future, and the real values that protect our community. As a Hispanic American, I'm choosing to stand up for opportunity, for family, and right of freedom. Not for empty promises. I'm no longer sitting quietly letting them decide what's best for my people. We have been strong for generations, building this country right alongside everyone else. Now it's time we stand up and choose what's actually right for us. This election, we have the opportunity to completely rewrite the narrative. If you, like me, grew up in a Democratic liberal household and have opened your eyes to what the deep state is trying to do to us, and to all Americans that are hardworking, and I consider you do some heavy research before this election. Because if I had complied with the narrative that they wanted for me as a 15-year-old pregnant teenager, female Hispanic who grew up in not the best part of town, me and my kids would be living off the government right now. And well, the government has nothing to offer anyone. Unless you're a foreign nation, of course.
It's actually not about canvassing for votes or telling people who to vote for and how your experiences in your own family or community went. It is about facing the consequences that comes out from whatever decision that you have taken or whoever you have, decided to vote for. I wonder how some of you feel at this moment when your own people are being deported, and how some of these people who are being deported are people who help in your farmland, who takes care of some of the things that your basic needs. Because when they get deported, you guys are the ones that is also going to be facing the whole consequences. they go back to the country, they find other jobs to do, while you pay for your consequences by paying higher, fees for your food, paying much, the tariffs are going high, the food is going to go high, the price of food is going to go high. The same way some of you said you wanted lower eggs, right? Now the price of eggs is going to go high, because I've seen videos of people saying that farm workers are no longer coming to work because of this, right? Some of them are scared, so they are no longer coming to work. Even some restaurants, some people have refused to come to work because of all of this. And tell me who is going to be paying for it? You.
Because I've been thinking a lot about this, and I know it's going to be controversial, but I'm actually rooting for Latinas and Latinos who voted for Trump. I really am. I really hope that they get everything that they voted for, and I hope that they never forget who they voted for. So when they're waving goodbye to their undocumented partner because they got deported back, I want them to remember who they voted for. When their abuelita needs life-saving care, but there is no Medicaid because it's been slashed to the bone, I want them to remember who they voted for. When they watch their nieces and nephews struggle because birthright citizenship is gone and all of a sudden their family isn't welcome, I want them to remember who they voted for. When they have a child with special needs but there's no funding, no resources, no Department of Education, I want them to remember who they voted for. When all of a sudden their family's neighborhood is targeted with more policing instead of community support, I want them to remember who they voted for. When there's no money for your family but a whole bunch for billionaires, I want them to remember who they voted for. When environmental protections vanish and the air is so disgustingly polluted that their kids develop asthma or something similar, I want them to remember who they voted for. When discrimination increases and they are harassed incessantly because they will never be white, I want them to remember who they voted for. Call me petty, but sometimes getting exactly what you voted for is the only way to understand it.
I can't believe that the Latinos voted for Trump. I can. I believe it 100%. Girl, y'all have to stop acting like it is just Cubans that are racist and conservative in the Latino community. Coming from a Colombian girl. Look at the politics of Colombia. Yes, I know our president is like more left-leaning this time and very progressive. But, girl, look at the politics and the history. Look at their stances on abortion. I know she's decriminalized. However, that just means that you can't go to jail if you get an abortion, okay? Or if you're a doctor that conducts an abortion. That does not fucking mean that it is socially accepted. Turn on Telemundo. You tell me how many people of color you see on Telemundo. You tell me how many brown and black people you see on that show. Tell me if they're casting. Turn on Caracol. Tell me how many people of color you see on there. Like, I don't want to hear it that we're this progressive community. We're not. So yeah, I 100% believe it. And for all of these freaking people who are Latinos that voted for Trump, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. He doesn't like you. He never liked you. And he's never going to respect you. And if y'all weren't born here, he's going to try and find a way to get you deported. So, congratulations for looking stupid.
I've been joking around about Latinos for Trump over the past few days. It's been all fun and games, but a few of you have actually asked me to explain why Latinos would vote for Trump. And that's a really good question, and there's actually a lot of reasons, so it's time to get real about Latinos for Trump. Let's begin with the conversation of class. Wealthy people tend to lean more Republican because Republicans advocate for lower taxes for the rich. So wealthier Latinos lean more towards Donald Trump. The second reason would be internalized racism and internalized xenophobia, or otherwise known as the pick-me people. The people that say, my family came here the right way, it's not that hard, why can't people just follow the laws? We're not like them, we're different. Those are the people that want to be accepted by white Americans so bad that they will openly bash their community. There's a lot of those people, and those people also tend to lean towards Donald Trump. The third and the biggest reason why I believe there's a lot of Latinos that support Trump is because our community is incredibly conservative. The Catholic and Christian church have a lot of power within our community. Conservative views when it comes to women's health and the LGBTQIA tend to dominate our community. When you put all those things together, it's not that hard to understand why so many Latinos support Trump.
Seriously, I don't think any progressive community will want to set their own people up for drugs or set them up for deportation. No progressive community will want to do that. Some of you just come on here. I saw videos of this woman who is a Mexican saying that she her people, her nieces, her cousins, her nephews came through the borders, and now she wants them deported for them to find another way to come, the legal way. You guys, this person is already here, probably looking for a way to get. I don't think anybody will want to come into a country and not find a way to get legal stay. Then if the person decide not to get legal stay, these are the people who have issues. These are the people who should be deported. But for somebody who is doing all their best, trying to make their money legit and find a way to be legal in a country, then you should give them some accolades. Seriously. They might be escaping some form of poverty or whatever. Seriously, I don't think any responsible person will want to stay in a country illegal or illegally without doing the necessary thing. But because of funds, they can just get restrained by funds or one thing or the other that is required of them. And those people who have already started their processes should be considered. That's my thought though. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, right? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Latinos for Trump, it is time to embrace the consequences of your actions. I've always been a firm believer of fighting fire with fire. If somebody goes low, I'll go lower. Now, with that being said, I know for a fact that most Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members, whether that be their parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, etc. So if you know of a Latino who voted for Trump, I urge you to call this number and report said family members. It's time that these Latinos for Trump get a taste of their own medicine and a taste of poetic justice. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Angel, this is extreme. And I agree. But extreme problems call for extreme solutions. And unfortunately, many innocent people are going to be affected by this. But you can't be that innocent if you raised a Latino for Trump. And before all of the Latinos for Trump come at me all angry, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You should be happy. Let me see that smile. But there you have it, guys. Once again, there is that number. You know what to do. It's time that these Latinos for Trump learn the hard way. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
Angel. Angel is so funny, really. But I don't think people should start reporting each other, okay, for that. I don't think it has gotten to that, seriously. I know what they did was them not thinking outright, but the truth is that I don't think it has gotten to the part of you trying to report your neighbor for because of the fact they voted the way they did. Okay, I don't know what you guys think, but that's just my thoughts. Okay, I don't think I can report anyone for that. You've done it. Even if I report you, won't change anything. You can't change the fact that you didn't consider me or you didn't think about me. And that's why I think it's better the way some persons end up just, blocking people, staying away from some persons, telling them the relationship is over, let's just be on our own for now, so that I don't get to hurt you, you don't get to hurt me, right? Again, you don't have to have the power or the opportunity to hurt me again. I think that's much better. People just staying away from people, But I just wonder, like, why in God's name will you ever think about, hurting somebody else without even considering the effect of what your vote can do? I did a video some time ago, I think yesterday or so, where a particular woman was talking about people coming together. It's not about coming together. It's about, the only time we had to come together was during the election, and people would have just done what they wanted to do that period. People, come together and think about the best way to help one another. That was the best time to come together. Okay, but right now, coming together, what effect is it going to actually do? What impact is it going to make in the life of people? Because it has happened. People have been taken, okay? I have already taken some persons and raided some places, okay? Like the videos you're seeing here, ICE is already doing their thing, right? So in what way is coming together going to really change what you have done, or change the narrative, or change the effect of what your vote has cost? Some of you say, oh, it's just a vote. No, it's not just a vote. You voted against people's rights. You voted against people's interest. Okay, and that's how some of you would have also felt. Maybe if Kamala Harris also won, some of you would have said, oh, you voted against my interest. Okay, but I think with some of the policies that she has, if you start coming out, you might just be happy, right? And say, okay, I think these people thought well for us. Because right now, the tears on social media is becoming something else. People are crying every day. Some persons crying and saying how somebody was they're scared of their fiancé, their husbands being picked up because they're people of color, right? And it's causing a lot of agony in the hearts of people, right? Some persons are scared of their children going to school because they don't want their kids to be picked up, and when they pick up their child, they will be forced to appear, especially for parents who already applied for this thing and they're waiting. Like a video of is it Rila? Really, I've forgotten her name, right? The lady who said her husband has not been given citizenship because of COVID. Okay, because of the COVID card or COVID certificate. He has not taken his shot or something, I don't know. And that's why he has not gotten that. There are also many people in that regard. There's so many people who are experiencing such. But some of you just want to take the narrative that everybody there do not want to get their permits. They don't want to get legal in the country. Some people have been trying for years to also get it. That's one thing you need to understand. It's not only when it happens to you, you now believe the fact that people have been trying. Like that lady, she was always pushing the narrative about MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. And right now, she's the one talking about how many mails she has gotten in that regard, right? So, because it's happening to her now, she's coming to social media to share it. But when it was other people talking about it, I don't think she believed it at that time. So that's the problem. People don't want to see this thing in another light, okay? It's okay to get illegal. In fact, it's very important you get illegal whenever you get to any country. But don't make it look as if people are not trying to really do that, because nobody wants to be an island in another man's land, right? Everybody wants to get legal. If there are legal ways to stay in a country, then it's better you do that, right? And I know that a lot of people are trying to do that for years and it has not worked out for them. Anyway, guys, enough said. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Let's have that conversation. And please do well to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Please avoid this madam at my back. She keeps... Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.